on? What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Saturday Morning Reviews. I'm your host, Vincent, and we have some huge news that we're going to break for you today. But we also have a review of Five Nights at Freddy 2, which is going to be terrifying. Skip. There is a lot going on in the world of streaming. Just the other day while we were at work, Netflix has acquired Warner Brothers Discovery. This is a big thing, my friend. This is something that, to me, I think this is a monopoly. I know you don't think it is, but if you go look up the term monopoly, I mean, they own Discovery, they own HBO, they own not Cinemax, Cinemax,
CNN, TBS, just all kinds of stuff. Let's
start off with how this all began. The original owner,
David Zaslav,
bought into Discovery Warner Brothers for $183 billion, correct?
Yeah, well, he had already owned Discovery, and he bought for a sale of 130, I believe, from AT&T, Warner Brothers, and then he combined it with his own personal company, Discovery, and so it became Warner Brothers Discovery. And once he started making money, the money he spent on buying it, he now wanted to sell it to get all his money that he spent back. And he's also had a lot of movies this summer, in this fall, in this spring, that has made some money.
Yeah, they definitely have. And not only do they own that, they also own DC
Comics, which is a big get for Netflix. And what I read was that Netflix was not going to put Warner Brothers movies on their streaming service. They're going to put them in the theaters first and give them the proper 45 to 90 day window, which is what you're supposed to get for a theatrical run of their movies. But the weird part about it was, I thought it was just they had won the rights to buy Warner Brothers. And so once they won the rights to buy Warner Brothers, they actually went and then bid on Warner Brothers, and then Warner Brothers, David Zaslav, okayed the deal at 82 point whatever million dollars. I read it was 72 point something million, and I read it was 82. So I don't know which one of the thing is right, 82 point whatever, or 80 or 72 point whatever. So I've heard two different numbers. Well, whatever number it is, it's a lot of money. Well, it's billions, by the way.
Let's talk about the three companies that actually were going to bid against into Warner Brothers. You had Paramount Plus, or Paramount.
Paramount, yeah.
You had Netflix, and you had Comcast, NBC, Universal, all at one. And then we got word today, or yesterday. Well, even all week long, there was word that Paramount had the upper hand. They were pulling away, and then Netflix pulled out that suitcase of money and paid cash $183 billion cash.
No, 83 billion.
Oh, sorry, excuse me. That's right. $83 billion. So
all cash.
I would love to see what that is. Like
83 billion in cash.
Yeah.
Remember that movie? Remember The Dark Knight, where the Joker goes into the room and he burns the pile of money? That is probably some kind of, I don't know if it's 83 billion. It's like piles of money like that, rooms full of money like that,
But let's talk about
yeah, the thing is that you got David Ellison, the owner of Paramount, basically pulled a gangster move on David Zaslav. Or is it Jonathan Ellison? The guy's name now. I think it's David Ellison. But he pulls a gangster move on David Zaslav and sends a letter saying, this is wrong. You have to sell it to me. I'm the one who came up with the deal. This is fiduciary. This is the wrong thing. The whole 9 yards, and this and that and the other. And he basically kind of pulls a big gangster, kind of like threatening David Zaslav that he can't have be involved in the sale, that he has to let the sale happen with the people trying to buy the company and not being, well, it's his company. And he is only one vote on the board. The board has to okay it. And they have to, all they need is +1. If they have a 6-6 and there's 7 of them or something like that, there's an extra vote, and that 7th person votes yes, guess what? The deal is done. They sell to, they give Netflix the rights, and then Netflix puts their deal on the table, and that's how it works. It's not, oh, David Zaslav is putting his 2 cents and saying, oh, I like Netflix better because you're Democrats. Oh, I don't like Paramount because you're in bed with Donald Trump or something. There's none of that going on. But I think that's what David Ellison thought was going on, some kind of side deal with Netflix, so cut him out of the deal. And it's not. Then if you offer me $42 billion in stock or whatever, and then Netflix offers me $82 billion in cash, what are you going to take?
I'm going to take your deal.
You're going to take the $82 billion in cash. How's anybody in their right mind would want that? But then the other thing this is the other thing. Say you have 2 employees, and you have 2 employees that you want to hire. You have one employee who has all the resume, is everything you're looking for as a potential employee for your company. And then you have one other employee who has a few of the things that you're looking for. But then he kind of gives you an email or a text message, hey, you better hire me because blah, 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 this, that, and he threatens you to hire him. Are you going to hire that guy, or are you going to go with the other guy who's got the whole resume, got everything, all his ducks in a row, and he's the kind of guy that wants to work for you, and so you want him? Which one would you go with?
Oh, the guy that has the more experience.
That's it. And that's what it comes down to. David Ellison basically cut his own nose off to spite his face. And anybody in their right mind would go with the other deal.
Well, let's talk about the key factors here for this deal. Netflix now acquires the Warner Brothers Studios, plus assistant films and TV libraries, franchises, HBO Max, DC Comics, major films, TV catalog, giving Netflix a huge moat of premium content.
Yeah.
We also have, there's also significant savings. The company's expected 2 to 3 billion annual costs and revenue by the third year post deal is what they're saying. And right now the stock is up. I looked at it earlier and stock's at like 26.81 a share, which isn't super cheap, but
I'd be buying that stock right now if I was.
But keep in mind too, Netflix also bought debt.
Yeah,
there's a lot of debt and
not as much debt as when David Zaslav bought it. Though.
A financial risk that they bought into, and not to say that they can't overcome this debt, because they can.
Well, David Zaslav did this year alone by having $1 billion movie, 1 billion. F1 600 million, Superman 400 million, Sinners a lot of money. They made movies that made money this year. They recouped a lot of their debt back.
Well, in movie industry, you do. I mean, here's the thing: if you have a movie that it cost you $400 million to make, and you only made 250 or 300 million. I mean, you take the loss, but then it's like it's not like a small business where if they took a loss like that, they can come back from. Like, this is where
you can't come back.
Yeah, this is something where if you lose your ass on a movie, you just know that kind of movie didn't do it for us, and we just have to recuperate our money on the back end.
Well, let's say they do have a movie out this year that they're going to lose their ass on, but the side.
What movie is that?
And that's One Battle After Another. But there's a caveat to that. One Battle After Another is going to win a boatload of Oscars. So you could take a loss on a movie like One Battle After Another if it's going to win you 7 Oscars.
Well, why is it going to lose money and then it's going to win Oscars? I don't understand that.
Because of how much money it costs to make, because of payroll, Leonardo DiCaprio's pay, Benicio del Toro's pay. director Paul Thomas Anderson's pay. The cost of making the movie was like 190, and I think they made a little over. I mean, after commercials and trailers and posters and all that kind of stuff, they might have made 100 million. So they lost technically 90 million, but they're going to win a pile of Oscars. That is
for something that's not good.
No, the movie is good. People, it's critically acclaimed. It's already started winning awards. Best movie board of review. Best movie other Gotham awards. It's already started winning awards, Vinny. So sometimes the loss is worth it if you're going to do something like that, win a bunch of Oscars.
I got you. Well, on from the news of this to another frightening set here. Let's talk about Five Nights at Freddy 2. You went to go see this movie this week, and tell me what did you think about Five Nights at Freddy?
Well, I went to that. First of all, I never played the game. All right,
I didn't either.
I never played the game, so I didn't have that going for me. And I saw the first one. I reviewed the first one. I did not like the first movie at all. And this one's worse. This one is contrived. It's got too many characters. It's got ghosts. It got characters inhabiting giant puppets and all kinds of stuff that doesn't make any sense.
Now, did the first one do well? That's why they did a second one?
Yes, for like a very small budget. I think it was a $30 million budget or something like that, and it made over $100 million. And that's the formula of Jason Blum. He pays little to make these movies, and if they make 100, 150, whatever it is, then he goes out and he makes another one. Same thing happened to Megan. Same thing happened to Black Phone. Both came out this year, sequels. This is the third sequel of 3 movies that he paid $10 to $20 million for or whatever. And then they made 100, $150 million. That is his formula. He makes movies for little money, and then they make piles of money. And that's what happened. This is going to make money because of the kids. It's the people that grew up playing Five Nights at Freddy's. It's just, they don't care about plot. They don't care about story. They don't care about, like, if things are contrived or not. It doesn't bother them.
No, they don't care about what, like how we, I was saying this to somebody yesterday. I cannot watch something and watch it for what it's worth. Wrestling, sports, movies, TV, I just can't, because I'm in the business with my restaurant where everything is being judged from the outside. So that's how I look at things, is I'm being judged. I judge everything else. But these other people that don't have jobs like that, they work for the man, they work for a company, their kids love something. They go and watch it for what it's worth, than actually if the story's good and the plot's good and it's worth going to see.
Yeah. You know, as a film critic, I tend to do that myself. I tend to be critical of everything because I'm a critic. That's my job. I look at something and I criticize it, good, bad, or whatever. You and I have arguments for years now over different things, differences of opinions on your different, you view things one thing and I view things a different way, because of my critical eye that I look at things, and look, I know this movie's going to make a few bucks. It's not for me. I did not like it, but sometimes you say, okay, it's counter programming, because we got to look at what's coming out around the same time as this or another week or so. And they're looking for movies, Universal. First of all, why would they put another movie in the way of Wicked? To me, that doesn't make any sense. They have Wicked coming out Thanksgiving. It's making buku bucks. Why would they put another one of their movies out in the way of Wicked? Let Wicked go. Let it breathe. Let it keep making money every week. Let it own the
It's like a challenge, though. Then that's what it's like. It's a challenge, man. It's a strategy of challenge and what movie's going to stick and what movie's going to sell. And they look at it as, if we put out Wicked and it's not doing so well, next week we have another one, and that might take over the spotlight from what Wicked didn't do. But we know that's not true. We know Wicked
made $250 million Thanksgiving weekend. It's going to keep making money until Avatar comes out. But that also brings up Ella McKay. why would 20th Century Studios put a movie out a week before the biggest blockbuster of the year, and they own both movies? Why? Counter programming? You don't counter program against yourself. Same thing. Why would Universal counter program against herself? Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's is different than Wicked, all right? But that's counter programming against yourself.
Well, I mean, let's ask this question: why do they sometimes let studios put out movies with the same actor in different and after
like there's been what since August? Okay, we'll say August. There's been 5 movies from August to now, next week, with Sydney Sweeney. 5 movies in the last 4 months with Sydney Sweeney.
They must think that they must think she's going to make money for them.
Paul Walter Hauser has been in like 6 movies this summer and this fall. Like, what is going on with Paul Walter Hauser? I mean, did he just bank all these movies? You know what I mean? Josh O'Connor, 4 movies this year, and he's still got 2 more to come out. And two of them hasn't even come out yet, but I know they're coming out because they played at film festivals and stuff. Yeah, it's weird how that works, But if they think they're going to work and they're going to sell them, that's what matters.
That's why they make the big bucks and we make the small bucks.
Yeah, point. They're Hollywood people, they're producers, they're directors, they're writers, they're higher hoity-toity people with the money to put into these movies. So they obviously know that stuff more than we do.
We don't wear the suits every day. They do.
No, we're not in California. We're not the people that are putting the big bucks out there, and we don't get paid the big bucks to make these.
Now, don't ever think that I don't think I should be wearing a suit these days. I mean, because I think I'm pretty snazzy in a snoot. I mean, I said snoot.
I have one suit and I don't like to wear it, but I've worn it more often this year than I have in years past for the wrong reasons.
Well, suits will do that to you. You will wear them for the wrong reasons. As we go on here, we should talk about, are we expecting anything? Because you keep up more than I do. Are we expecting anything coming up by the end? Well, this is the last month. It was Wicked, the last big blockbuster.
No, it's Avatar Fire and Ash, and the social embargo has dropped for Avatar. I can say this: it's a spectacle for the eyes. You are going to be blown away. Your eyes are not going to believe what you're watching.
My eyes might bleed though a little bit.
No,
3 hours of this might
3 hours
bleed.
And 15 minutes. It's better than the last one, and it's even better looking. And that's hard to believe that Avatar Fire and Ash is going to be better looking than the last.
So should I watch the first one? Because I've never seen the first one.
You never saw Avatar?
Nope.
I mean, I would definitely recommend watching both of them, the first one and the Water. But really, you only need to watch kind of the last one to really understand what's going on in this one. It's just James Cameron is trying to expand the world, of Avatar and the Na'vi and these different tribes and the different characters and all that.
It's funny. I was watching the GMA this morning.
The world.
I was watching Good Morning America this morning, and one of the actual hosts, they brought them into the studio and got to see what it's like to put the suit on. But I'm sitting there watching this, and I'm like, they have this room of all the old props from like the movies, like Terminator and Aliens, and it's his studio. But what I scratched my head about is he's working with, in this one movie, 2 actors that were big back in our time.
Sigourney Weaver
and Linda Hamilton. Are both on this film.
Yeah,
and
isn't that weird?
And Linda Hamilton, we know her from the Terminator series, and Sigourney Weaver, Aliens. And it's funny that Cameron sticks with these people that just
40 years ago he was working with these people 40 years ago,
and he doesn't look like he's changed a bit.
And kind of I saw a photo of him the other day. It looked like he's kind of getting old.
Yeah, but if you look at Linda Hamilton now,
she's in Stranger Things, and she looks like she's aged. Go look at her in first 4
even
episodes.
Sigourney Weaver, she looks like she aged too.
Yeah. I saw her in what was she in recently? I saw her in something recently, Sigourney Weaver, and I can't put my finger on it right now. But no, Linda Hamilton's in the first 4 episodes of season 5 of Stranger Things, and you could tell she is aged.
Now, what did she play in Stranger Things?
She's an agent, a doctor, K, I believe it is, Dr. K, I believe it is, and she's trying to figure a way to get the the upside down to work for the regular world and try to form like bonds with the upside down and the characters and the people in the upside down to where she can control the characters and the people and have a connection there. And she's trying to experiment on that world.
Now, I have not seen season 5 yet. I've not seen season 4 yet. So my question to you would be, from watching season 1, 2, and 3, do you feel like season 4 and 5 have come apart from the actual plot of this, where it was about the kids growing up?
Well, okay. Let's look at it this way. Okay, we'll use Harry Potter for example. Okay. You got Harry Potter, he got zapped, he's got a scar on his head, and he's a little kid and he goes to school. Okay. And it's about him and the little buddies going to school. And then they end up involved in a plot, and then they stop a guy who was being controlled by. And the next year, it's another guy who gets controlled and he's doing something. And as the seasons progress, as the movies progress, as the books progressed, the threats progressed, the characters, there was more characters, there's more subplots, there's more going on. Same thing, Game of Thrones. First, there's maybe 6 or 9 characters, and you see them all split up one by one. They all split up, and then you go there, this story, and then that story, then that story, and that's what happened with Stranger Things. The kids always have split up into different missions and here and there and there, but the stakes have just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger and darker and darker. It seems like when you have shows like this and movies, series like, they always end up getting darker and darker and darker. We knew that Stranger Things was dark, it has gotten darker and darker and darker, and this season is going to be darker than the last season.
Well, I think next week's show is going to be more based on holiday movies. Next week, we're going to be doing, actually, I think we should do our top 10 holiday movies next week.
Sure not 5? Let's just keep it to 5. Both of us do 5.
All right, we'll do 5, but I'm going to have 5 honorable mentions as well.
Yeah, have 5. I think that's a lot to talk about top 10 Christmas.
No, I first of all, I didn't say you had to talk about them. I was just saying we're gonna rank them, and then maybe we talk about the ones that are actually, because I don't know if anybody knows this, but the 3 biggest Christmas movies of all time right now, the 3 people that are the main stars are doing tours.
Really?
Last weekend was Christmas Story with Bill
Billingsley.
Peter Billingsley was here in Orlando doing the Christmas Story.
Really?
Then the week prior to that, we had Chevy Chase and Christmas Vacation, which they did that where they did that downtown. And then I think in a week or two, they're doing Macaulay Culkin and Home Alone is doing a Q&A and a screening of the film.
Wow.
So 3 big films they're doing. I think it's the 40th anniversary of some of these films.
Well, they all happened in 82, 83.
Well, no. 90 was, I think either 90 or 91 was a Home Alone.
Oh, so that's 30th for them.
And then
35 for them.
And then
the other 2, it's 40.
Christmas Vacation was probably like 83, 84.
So around 40, 42, 43 years ago.
Yeah. So we're we're coming up. I mean, listen,
these movies are that old. Isn't that crazy?
Well,
Vacation and Christmas Story are that
I'm
old?
sorry. Christmas Vacation was 89.
Oh wow.
And A Christmas Story was 83.
So that's 35, 36 for Christmas Vacation.
And Home Alone was 90.
90, so that's 35 for Home Alone, and that's close to 45-ish, 40 something for Christmas Story. Jesus.
Well, you got to think we're not getting any younger, Skip. We're aging by the minute. I mean,
I told you when you hit the age that you are now that you were going to start feeling it, and you're like, Skip, you're right, I'm starting to feel it.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It's not because of my age. I really honestly think that I've been in this industry for 33 years. And it's just, you do something for a long period of time, like these wrestlers, they wrestle and they do it for a long period of time. Their body your body needs a change. It's like, okay, listen, we did this for so long. Now we have to turn around and figure out something else.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I did similar kind of work for 30 years. And I honestly, I kind of need a break from that kind of work. And now I'm doing a different kind of work, and it's different for me. I have a little bit more energy to do the work I'm doing now, but I just need to work more, because I'm not paying my bills as much, but that's a whole personal problem. But no, I understand what you're saying. I mean, you just get sick of doing the same thing over and over again.
For sure.
And I got sick of doing the same thing. And in the types of people you get to work with, you just kind of, it bothers you, but
Well, guys, that is all the time we have for you this week. Thank you for joining us for Saturday morning reviews. I'm your host, Vincent Espada, and Skip is actually sitting next to me, which is kind of weird because I never thought he's going to show up at my house this early in the morning. But I also want to let you guys know that I have changed shows. I am now on SmackDown, Friday Night SmackDown, which I recorded last night. So if you've not seen it, go back and watch it. Me and Mad Dog Kelly review Friday Night SmackDown, which is fun. It's fun switching playing fields because I was on AEW for the longest time. I am gonna miss my crew over there, Cactus Katie, Fly Eagles Fly, and the Sheriff, but I will be back. I'll be back on every once in a while just to say hi to my friends. So check us out there. And then, always UPR always has a plethora of shows. We have Rated R Review Show on Monday. We have NXT on Tuesday. Wednesday's the All Elite Heat podcast. And then Friday we have My Beautiful Mug with Mad Dog Kelly for SmackDown, and the list goes on and on. So stick around, check us out. Make sure you like, subscribe, and guys, I'm going to leave you with this. We're going on a cruise this next year. Going on a cruise, the WrestleMania cruise, Margaritaville at Sea, April 17th to the April 16th to the 19th, I believe.
Can I say
17th to the 20th. We're going on a cruise. If you don't want to spend all the money and crazy fees over there in Vegas to see WrestleMania, you can always come with us on the cruise. Make sure you make sure you hit any of the hosts up. We'll give you more details and let you know how you can cruise with us. What do you want to say?
Yeah, no, you can find me at my name, Dan Skip Allan, on Facebook, Twitter, X, Blue Sky, Threads, and Letterbox, or any variation of my name, Dan Skip Allan, DP Skip Allan, or FromTheFourthRow.com. Also, I am the owner, editor-in-chief, and head film critic of FromTheFourthRow.com. I got all kinds of content going up on there and getting close to the end of the year, so you'll start seeing my top 10 of the year in movies and top 10 of the year in TV shows. Plus, we got a Christmas series by Jacob Cameron and a bunch of new reviews from Nick Nikowski coming. So Five Nights at Freddy's, SpongeBob, and Merrily We Roll Along. So all my writers and myself are working hard at FromTheFourthRow.com. So if anything you fancy is over there on that website that you can read.
I don't think I even have a top 10 this year. I don't even think I've seen enough to have a top 10.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. And when you've seen over 500 movies like me, I mean, it's easier to come up with a top 10,
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Until next Saturday morning, we'll see you at the movies. Good day, everybody.